What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Avengers Infinity War. So we are all patiently waiting for that epic Infinity War trailer where supposedly we're going to see Thanos for the first time in a very long time. So it's predictedly, rumoredly coming out 2 weeks before the latest Disney Marvel Star Wars movie, which comes out in December, which would make sense. It'd be pointless releasing the trailer after the Marvel Disney movie because it's coming out in April. They need a lot more time on that. So it should drop in December. So recently in the podcast from the Rapid Report, Mark Ruffalo has potentially given away another spoiler, kind of. It depends how you interpret it. So Mark Ruffalo was asked what actors he had worked with and who left their best impression. Ruffalo said that he worked with Swinton, who Swinton plays the Ancient One in Doctor Strange movie, who essentially looked after the Time Stone for many years, and she... Spoiler warning, she died in the Doctor Strange movie. And also he spoke about Kate Blanchett that played Hela. And what he said, I quote exactly, he had recently worked with them. And then he said, well, it's possible that Ruffalo, who plays Hulk / Bruce Banner in the MCU, was talking about having worked with Blanchett on Thor 3. There didn't appear to be any project with Miss Swinton, who plays the Ancient One. So they literally have no movies together. Doctor Strange came out such a long time ago that there's no indication. I've looked it up on IMDb. I've looked up everywhere. I can't see any two movies where them two actors worked on a project together. So it's commonly been a rumour that the Ancient One will be revived by either Thanos or Doctor Strange for some altercation using the Time Stone, or you could speculate that it's going to be a flashback scene, but I honestly can't understand it being a flashback scene. The Kate Blanchett Hela scenario is totally different because technically she didn't die. Now, if you've seen Thor Ragnarok, well, you must be seeing it to click into this video. It ended with Asgard being blown up and Surtur stabbing Hela. But if you remember during the fight sequence, she was stabbed by a soldier and it literally bounced off her. We know that she's so hella strong, excuse the pun, so she obviously didn't die. And obviously the post-credit scene, which hasn't been confirmed, is obviously Thor getting smashed by Thanos, Loki giving the Tesseract to Thanos, and then him disappearing with Thanos, and then Thor getting smashed into space and end up in the Guardian of the Galaxy. Now that's been confirmed from the D23 trailer, but if Hela is supposed to be the MCU's version in the movie world of death, then she's going to have a pretty cool storyline with Thanos. And I know what you're going to say, Warstu, if anyone comments on this video, you're going to say, but there would have been some leaked images or leaked scenes. No, because they could have just filmed green screen stuff whilst they were filming Thor Ragnarok secretly, because they can keep things secret without the rest of the world knowing. So whether or not Mark Ruffalo was told to drop this during this pretty cool podcast, it's just over an hour long. I will link it down below, the Rapid Report. Quite a cool, interesting podcast with Mark Ruffalo. I do think that it actually, his direct quote that said he had recently worked with both of them, does indicate why would he work with the actress who played the Ancient One when they don't have any correlated movies together or any movies that are coming out in the future. Now obviously I'm not her agent, so I can't see everything she's worked on, but on sites like IMDb you can see future projects for obviously next year that she's been in and that she's coming out in, and there's no two movies that them two out. So it is confirmation that the Ancient One will be in some kind of flashback scene. Whether this would actually be for Avengers 4 or Avengers 3, Infinity War, is neither here or there. This does confirm to me that both Hela and the Ancient One are going to be in an upcoming Avengers film. And you never know, the Ancient One may fight Hela, but to be honest, that would be pointless because Hela would just destroy it because Hela is so strong. But it's going to be interesting because if Hela is to work with Thanos, then I honestly can't see any shape or form how the Avengers, even if Loki gets back on par with them, I can't see any way how any of the Avengers could take out Thanos. So it's going to be very interesting. I really hope Hela does get the opportunity to work with Thanos, because I believe Hela should be the MCU equivalent of Death, and they should get together, have some kind of relationship. But you know what Kevin Feige and people like that are like? They like to keep everything close to their guns, and like the Russo brothers aren't letting on to anything about cameo roles or anything. But obviously leaked things do get out, and I'm sure that something will come out soon of Hela being in the movie, potentially. So guys, it's more of a theory video just based on quotes and what was said. Hela Kate Blanchett is a fan favourite, so I do believe she's going to be in Infinity War or Avengers 4, which is essentially Infinity War Part 2 in some capacity. Anyway guys, comments down below what you think. What do you think? Do you think Hela actually did go off with Thanos in this post-credit scene that we didn't actually get to see the full extent? We just seen Thor and Loki looking mesmerised, and then it just blanked. So anyway guys, please like, subscribe and comment. It would be awesome, and I'll see you in the notification squad down below by hitting that bell button, and I will see you soon guys. Catch ya later.